I think it is e Izidro, Izidro, distinguished Toastmaster. You will hear more about him a little more from now, but we are happy to be in our Speechcraft program. And this week is week number 4. The first week we had Mapping Your Message. Week number 2, How to Inspire Others. Week number 3, Stories Around the World. And today, Voice Across Culture, Vocal Variety and Body Language. You will hear more about our speaker a little more from now, but welcome, just relax and enjoy Speechcraft number 4. At this time, I'll ask our coordinator, who is the president of World Travelers Toastmasters Club, to come and share her coordinator's message. Toastmaster Tamari, the virtual lecture is yours.
Thank you, Jasmine. Welcome, my fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today is the series 4 of our Speechcraft, and we're going to learn voice across cultures, vocal variety, and body language from Izidro Sausa, DTM. He's from Portugal, but his mother tongue is not English, and he has won the world champ. He's won series of public speaking, so we're going to learn some tips, very good tips from him. And today we have Toastmaster of the Day, Jasmine, who just introduced me and had an opening speech today. She's from Jamaica, and she's a Toastmaster since 2017. Her journey started in 2019, and she says she had a chronic fear of speaking and failure, but now, as you saw, she serves Toastmaster all over the world, and she's not afraid to speak anymore. In fact, she's enjoying speaking now. She says Toastmaster is really a safe space to grow. I hope you will enjoy today's session and find good tips from Izidro and pursue your journey as Toastmaster. Let me hand over to our Toastmaster of the Day, Jasmine. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tamami. And we'll get right into our Speechcraft number 4 today. And we have our presenter, Izidro Zuzo, distinguished Toastmaster. But before he comes, I would love to share 2 aspects of him, his Toastmaster's journey and his an aspect of his non-Toastmaster's journey. Let me start with his non-Toastmaster. He is a graduate in computer science and management, master's in innovation management, postgraduate in executive MBA, and he's currently taking the emerging CTO program from Imperial College, London. He is currently head of the IT, and he's a past director, project manager, analyst, and developer. His Toastmasters journey. He has been a Toastmaster since 2017 at the Lisbon MBA Toastmasters. In 2018, he was division champion on evaluation speech contest in, listen this, Portuguese. In 2019, 2020, and 2021, he's district champion for international speech. That makes him triple-time distinguished champion. He is TEDx speaker and TEDx speakers coach. He's program quality director of District 107. And of course, he has been involved in his Toastmasters Club. So in 2018 to 2019, he was vice president membership. In 2019, 2020, then you have vice president education. He was president. He was vice president public relations. Listen to this, area director, division director, club growth director, and of course, program quality director. We are certainly in good hands today. And so I ask you to make welcome to do voice across culture, vocal variety, and body language. Our presenter, Izidro Zuzu, distinguished Toastmaster. Please help me make him welcome.
Thank you,
Virtual lecture is
everybody.
yours,
Thank
sir.
you. Oh boy, I will kill Eliza because she forgot. I don't know if it was Eliza. What makes me prouder, you haven't said. What I'm most proud of, is to let Verity Price win that final in 2021. And you haven't mentioned that because I'm a gentleman. I said, okay, Verity, you can win this. So I lose. So I'm going and cry a lot, and I did that. Yeah, this is me. I once was scared of public speaking. I will not bother you with this story, but my fear was big, was deep, and I shared this story in my TEDx. If you one day want to look at it, you will see why I value this organization and why I always try to help other people to overcome their fears and to become a better version of themselves. Elisa and Tamani, to speak about vocal variety, body language, and also, of course, you will ask a lot of questions about myself so you can get inspired. I was born in the second smallest country in Africa. I will write it down because I know that you don't know where it is. 2 islands in Africa. It used to be a Portuguese colony, became independent in 1975. I was born there, and I came to live to Portugal in 1990, and I live here ever since. I'm a Portuguese too. Actually, the first Portuguese reaching the final of the World Championship of Public Speaking. The first and the only so far, but I hope many more can reach there as well. Now, I heard that there are a lot of young Toastmasters, new joiners, I would say, Toastmasters here. And I know that you maybe are overwhelmed with everything that Toastmaster can offer, a lot of acronyms, a lot of things. But Toastmasters is a journey. It's a journey of communication and leadership mainly, but it's much more. It's networking, friendship, improving your English skills. It's so many things that you can get out of Toastmasters. And one of the most exciting one, especially for new joiners, is the World Championship of Public Speaking. So start delivering your speech, you start watching World Champion, and all of a sudden you want to participate as well. And I'm here to give you a few tips one day when you decide to participate or to increase your overall experience as a speaker as well. These tips can help you. Now, let me tell you this. Let me check my notes because I prepared for this. Elisa made me prepare for this. It couldn't be impromptu. Let me see. Oh, there is a sentence that I wanted badly to tell you, and now I can see in this bunch of notes I wrote. All right. The first sentence, the most important one. No, it's not the most important one. Today, I will talk about vocal variety and body language. I will repeat. Today, I will talk about vocal variety and body language. How do you feel? It's
It might be
bad,
the
right?
wrong session.
Uh, exactly. Imagine now if I would say, today I will talk about vocal variety and body language. It's different. You can do it in different manners. But let me tell you that vocal variety and body language are the spices for your speech, because words you could send an email. If you're caring only about words, you can send an email. When you are on stage, you have to convey emotion. You have to use all your tools so that you can make people feel in the way that they don't forget how you made them feel, you know? And I will talk about the 5 dimensions of vocal variety. So the first one is pace. I will write it here so that you can pace. And then you have, I would say, pause. I would say pitch. I will write it so that you can have it. Volume. And the 5th one is tone. Can you see it in the chat?
Yes.
Great. So what is pace? Pace is very, very important. Sometimes when we speak normally and we are talking with a friend and we have this space and which is great, it's conversational. We are talking, we are chatting with a friend. And all of a sudden, they tell us, oh, go on stage to deliver a speech. And we get rigid. Oh, I have to deliver a speech. And we forget how we talk naturally. And we start, this topic is very important because of... No, relax and use your pace. You can talk a little bit faster because you want it to be urgent, excitement. It's exciting, like I'm doing right now. This is great for you guys. And then you can talk slow to convey this importance so that it can sink in for reflection or to convey different kind of emotion. Use this. You have a spectrum of very fast and very slow. Use it according to the emotion that you want to convey, that what you want people to feel. And now I will talk about pause. Do you know the speech, I see something in you? Do you know the speech, one of the most famous speech from the world champion in 2014 from Danajaya? His last name, I don't know, is I see something in you, but I don't know what it is. He starts his speech with a flower and he says something like you and I and so on and so on. One day I delivered a workshop and I transcribed that beginning and I read it just like I'm reading something. And then something ordinary, with no pause, with no pace whatsoever, a changing in pace whatsoever. And then I asked someone to read a bunch of rubbish like, today, I'm taking this breakfast made by my mom, which is the most tastiest thing I ever eaten. And this is how you can see that a pause make it completely different. When you are an experienced speaker, when you pause, you feel uncomfortable. And if you feel uncomfortable, you will pass the same feeling to the audience. And the audience can feel uncomfortable as well. But if you pause with confidence, you get the audience because they, oh, what's coming next? Oh, why that silence? They start, anticipation. And I give you an example. With the same sentence I said in the beginning, today I will be talking about see see that you all are, oh, I want to know what's coming next. Pause is very important. Sometimes we, instead of pause, we put fillers like no, pause. And what is the science behind this? I would not say science, but it's science backed up by science. Our brain, some people will call it that it's lazy, some people will call it efficient. Our brain works with pattern. Otherwise, he had to calculate, process everything all the time. Okay? So if you are delivering a speech, monotone, same pace all the time, no pauses, it's a pattern. People say, your brain say, I got it, I'm going to sleep. I have a lot of things to do tomorrow morning. I'm going to sleep. What you have to do to make the audience awake and interested in your speech, it's very all those elements that I told you. The 5 I wrote on the chat, vary it. Make pauses, speak faster, speak slow. And let's go for the third element, which is pitch. To explain very simply what is pitch, imagine a piano. You have 7 notes, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si. But in a piano, you have several dos. I said it in Portuguese. It's A, B, C, the notes. You can talk in A, you can talk in a E. This is pitch, which pitch you are using. You can talk in high pitch, generally is for emotion, for tension, and low pitch is more for authority, gravity, and create this effect. People with low pitch voice, they are more likely perceived as a leader. It's not public speaking, it's another thing, but just to let you know, as a leader. And people with high pitch, very high pitch, it's changing, but it's not, it's different. It's not perceived as a high leader, as a leader, as a low pitch. In your speech, for instance, if you are making a direct speech, you are making a conversation and your dad talking to you, maybe even if your dad has a higher pitch than you, in order for people to understand, to capture the momentum, maybe you make your dad with lower pitch, And while you are speaking in your speech, change the pitch. There are a lot of world champion who does that, who do that, a lot of world champions. You can start by saying, I was in the crowd. I was scared. Oh, I was scared. This is a high pitch. But then she came. Oh, she was the most beautiful woman I had ever seen. You can vary this. Again, to trick our brain. So when our brain say, oh, I got this, I'm going to sleep. No, you haven't. You haven't got it because you haven't gotten it because I'm going to trick you by changing everything, Let's go for the fourth one. Fourth one is very easy, it's volume. It's sometimes you can talk like this and still capture the attention from people. And this is the volume. I'm talking very, very softly. You can talk loud also. I can do it if I want because I can. I'm free. This gives you the range to use your voice. Of course, let's say that you are called professionally to your board member to deliver a presentation. You will not work with this range. You may work with this range, but still use some variety. Yeah. If you're delivering a presentation at a boardroom, you can say the team was absolutely excited with the outcome. Last year, we didn't like what we had done. But this year, I have to tell you that we are in the right path. It's not exaggerated, that can, just like we do in a speech contest, but if you are practicing, you better practice with the full range. When you are practicing at your club, in front of a mirror, recording yourself, use the full range. If you master the full range, then you can use whatever you want to use for your daily life or for a specific speech and so on and so on. And the last one is the tone. The tone is, if I'm sad, you can feel in my voice that I'm sad. This is the tone. Tone is more difficult to explain and to precise. The volume is loud, soft, the pitch is high, low, it's easy. The tone, it's you conveying emotion. I'm happy. Oh, today I'm happy. By the way, I can tell you that I'm very happy because I became the DTM last week and I'm happy. You can tell through my voice, through my everything, the way I convey this message. I will now make a brief exercise and I will tell you a sentence, and I want volunteers to tell it as if they were shocked, if they were angered, with the anger, or relief. And the phrase I will write in the chat is this. I want people to tell it as if they were. I'm writing this. Yes. I didn't expect that. Flat, completely flat, I didn't expect that. Now, I would like maybe Surya, it's Surya?
Yes.
Surya will be shocked, and
Okay.
Uniati will be hunger, and maybe Fatima. Fatima, you are from Morocco, right? See,
Yes.
I've been to Morocco many times, and I love Morocco because
Okay.
Morocco is part of
Thank you.
our
Thank
district.
you.
And Fatima will be relieved. Okay? Surya, go ahead and
Okay.
show us that you are completely shocked with that.
Shocked. Okay. I didn't expect that.
Wonderful. Wonderful. That's awesome. Really awesome.
Thank you.
Uniati,
We didn't expect that.
exactly. Exactly. Wonderful. Fatima,
I didn't expect that.
no, this is a relief. I want relief. Relief.
I didn't expect that.
More or less, I would do something that, like, let's say that I was about to lose, I missed my flight, right? And all of a sudden, the manager of the airport or whatever comes to me. Oh, we have a private jet that oh, I didn't expect that. I'm so relieved, if you guys, especially those who are starting, we do this oftentimes in our private life. But because they say, now you have to deliver a speech, we shut down all our emotion. Oh, I'm delivering a speech. Oh, people, what people will think, and we get rigid. No, completely normal. Go there and be shocked, just like Surya did, and show your hunger, Yajunyati did, and relief, as Fatima did, improving a little bit. Fatima did it in a halfway. But yes, guys, emotion. This hard. If you see world champion, they convey emotion because there is a saying uh, that it's that they can don't forget your Maya Angelou. They attribute this to Maya Angelou. I don't know if it hers, but every place I see it written, they say that it's Maya Angelou. That they forget what you said, they may forget whatever, but they will never forget how you made them feel. And that's it, guys. If you take, and I did that, I have the transcription of the world champions speeches. You read them, you can you will not think, okay, this is a speech. It's only a speech. But when they deliver that piece of speech, it's completely different. When you are on stage, it's on you to make judges vote on you. Any question regarding the body language before we go to, regarding vocal variety before we go to body language? And let me recap. I talked about 5 dimensions. Pace, which is the velocity that you're using. You can speak slow like this. I'm speaking slow right now to make it stick, to convey this emotion. And then she came and I started speaking fast because I wanted to be fast, to be different. This is space. Pause. Is this. But I can combine pause with vocal variety. And I open the door. Oh my goodness. I know that you want to know what I saw. See, it works. And pitch, I can speak like here, and then I go up there and speak, and I come again, and I come again. I can say, I come again, and I come again, and I say that I love to be there. I'm bouncing in the piano keys, not talking in that tone all the time and talking same key. No, this is boring, completely boring. I can talk like that, and there those preachers from African American church, they speak with a lot of, they go all the way to the right of the piano, all the way to they have this range that sometimes people can find it exaggerated, but sometimes it's beautiful. You don't have to use the full range all the time, but use it because it had texture to your voice. And volume. Now I can speak like this, and I can speak loudly. Use it. And tone. That we gave the example because tone is more subtle. It's how you convey that you are angry, you are happy, you are shocked. Oh, I'm relieved. Any questions regarding vocal variety?
I have a question.
Yes.
So about tone, is it tone? Is it combination of pace, pitch, and volume?
Yeah, actually, tone is the combination of all of them, or the other 4, because it's how you can convey an emotion, how you're feeling, okay? And actually, it's right there. You got it right. But by separating tone and explain people, this is the tone, people can be aware that, but tone is the sum up of the combination of several of them. Yes. It can make you see if you are happy, if you are sad. You can be sad speaking fast. You can be sad speaking slow. See, but the pace doesn't say immediately how you feeling. You can be fast, you can be sad speaking loudly or soft, but yeah, it's a combination. And it's like a recipe, the right ingredients, so people can tell that you are sad, that you are angry, that you are relieved, and so on.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so let's go for body language dimension. And I will write those down as well. I had to prepare myself for this because your friend Eliza is very, she would get mad at me and so on. Where is she? She went away. Oh, now you're here. I was talking trash about you. Well, actually, these dimensions I came up with because I feel that they are the most important. But of course, if you read other books, you can find other dimensions. I have the posture, the gestures, the facial expression, movement, and eye contact. Let's talk about the posture. Some people got on stage and immediately they have this charisma. Yeah. You put your shoulder back. You make yourself bigger. You're grounded. You're not like, oh yeah, I'm on stage, I'm scared. No. You go, you make yourself, give the power to yourself. It's the posture. And stand grounded, and when delivered, you feel that. And how you gain confidence to have this posture? You record yourself and you watch without sound, and you see your movement, and then you try to improve and recording yourself also many times. And I did it when I used to compete or when I have a keynote to deliver. For instance, I'm going to the District 108 to be the keynote speaker of the conference. And I've been preparing, and I record myself because I want to pass the message effectively. To see your body language, it's better to get rid of the sound. But when you are preparing overall, watch your video without sound, hear your video without the image, and then put all together to sense different things, okay? But yes, when you go on stage, give the power to yourself and say, I have a very important thing for these people. Why this? Because when we are delivering a speech, sometimes we think that it is about us, but it's not about us. It is about the audience. And there is a study that I read in Harvard Business Review from Professor Sarah Gershman. She says that, of course, when we are stressed, it's stressed or with fear, it's our amygdalas. We say reptilian brain, but actually it's our amygdala, is the oldest part of our brain, who controls our heartbeat, controls our emotions, and so on and so on. You cannot say shut down your amygdalas. If you are scared, you cannot shut down by saying, hey, amygdalas, please shut down amygdalas. Amygdalas, I'm telling you, shut down. Doesn't happen. Okay? So the way you have to do that, it's through what we call vague nerve. It's a nerve that we have that you can control with the deep breathing somehow helps, and the vague nerves will shut down amygdala. And the other thing, which is new in that study, is the human, I forgot the name, even in Portuguese. Let me get it. When you give something to other people, what we call that? Human, it's not kindness. Kindness.
Charity?
It's it's
Charity?
it's it's kind it's like that, but it's another word. Human. I'm trying to find it in Portuguese. But you know those people who give a lot to other people. You know that there is a word, but that doesn't matter. The thing is, the key here is when you have this sense that you are on stage not for the sake of yourself, but it's for the audience, because you have something to deliver to them, which is important for them. You will activate your vague nerve. And I give you an example when I was still afraid of public speaking. One day I went to my home country to visit my parents with my wife and my daughters. And we went to a remote village. I saw kids, poor kids, playing football with a ball made by, I don't know. And I decided to go back to the city. I bought 3 football balls, and I took back, and I went back and gave them. All the village, they came, they encircled a lot of people, and I spoke to them. At that time, I was afraid of public speaking. I was not a Toastmaster yet, but I don't remember to be nervous because I was being kind. I was giving something. I knew that I was, I forgot my vague nerve shut down my amygdalas. And when you got on stage, if you say, okay, I have this important message that I want you to understand, talk to yourself and it would help. Okay? So, and this will help also your gesture. If you go on stage with confidence, you will automatically be grounded and speak and not doing like this. This is a dinosaur, T-Rex. Some people go on stage, they are always with the hands like this. They never do this. You can be on stage with your arms and your arms relaxed with your body. No problem. Nothing bad is going to happen. So the second one, altruism. Yes, altruism. Yeah, thank you very much. I was looking for that word in Portuguese, is altruismo. It's very similar. And I was looking for the word in Portuguese. I saw now in the, yes. The human altruism will activate vague nerve, which also will shut down amygdala. And you will be vagus. Yeah, vagus nerve. Exactly. I was saying vague because in Portuguese is nervo vago. And yeah, it's not my first language. I told you. Yes. Gestures. Guys, my friends, don't go on stage just wandering one place to another, making random gestures. Doesn't make sense. Oh, because you are taking your ring or your watch or your hair, whatever. when you are preparing a speech, some people focus a lot on words that they have to say, and they forgot to prepare gestures as well. Yes, we do that. Yes. Especially for world champion of public speaking, everything must be perfect. You prepare that as well. And since we practice a lot, all of a sudden, all the gestures that you have to do for certain part of your speech will come naturally because it's in a like an autopilot. Okay, but it comes naturally. If you all of a sudden became sad, maybe your shoulders will do like this. Yeah, you will not. Oh, I'm so sad. What? So sad. No, it doesn't make sense. Oh, I'm happy. No, prepare that. If it doesn't come naturally, you will prepare. Do it, and then it would come naturally. Your gesture must be, but have a purpose. It's physically demonstrate pulling versus bending. It's an example of. I remember. Well, I know a lot of world champion mentioned that maybe it's not. Manoj in 2017, if I'm not mistaken, he used a lot of gesture to explain how, oh, the Cupid, it was the Cupid. Oh, so it will do like this, and it will, and when you say it was big, oh, I saw it was big, you look up. So your gestures will amplify and complement what you're saying. Otherwise, send me an email. If you believe that gestures is not important, send me an email. I would read it and I would get it, probably wrong, but use it. The gesture here, what I want you to understand is that you have to practice as well. Don't go on stage and say, okay, whatever comes, comes. No, practice as well. Facial expression. Especially when we are online, but not only. We talk a lot with our expression. You can tell, don't deliver your speech with poker face. No, make that expression and practice that expression as well. I'm sad. Or I'm happy. I'm surprised. Yes, do it. Movement. Don't wander one place to another. When you move, you have a destination. I'm moving to that part of the stage because I have a purpose to go to that part of the stage. I don't move just around. Of course, there are keynote speakers, and I do it myself. I can move around, but it's with the cadence of the speech, it goes well. But there are people, they are doing like this. It's not a cadence of the speech. They're just wandering on stage. Doesn't make sense. Okay? Try to do it with purpose and practice that. Practice that and watch and see if it makes sense. Ask other people if it makes sense, because feedback are very important. One day, I'm now the fifth one, eye contact. I was coaching a politician here in Portugal, and he told me that since early age, he was not afraid of public speaking, that because he had learned a technique that he used until today, which is pretending that the audience is a wall. And I told him, it's wonderful, and it's a disaster at the same time. It's wonderful because if I had that technique when I was afraid of public speaking, that could help me at least to go on the stage and make a lousy speech, okay, at least I could go on stage. But once you are on stage pretending that it's a wall, you go there, you're not afraid, but you will make a lousy speech. You will not convey emotion, will not engage with people. You have to look them in the eyes, not stare at them. I'm staring at you. No, not like that. This is weird. Okay? But you will talk a little bit here. If it's a large crowd, group of people, and they will feel included. If you think of your best engaging professor or teacher at school, those who made eye contact and will ask questions and will look at you and see. And this is very important, this subject and so on. Yeah. Talking like this because these are monotone with this same tone. I'm looking to the wall. I'm pretending that you guys are the wall and not engaging, not engaging. Relax and use the power that you have. Okay? So, I will not make just an exercise. I'm on yellow right now. But I will leave the room for any questions that you may want to ask. I can tell you from my experience from the journey of public speaking until the final or the world champion I mingled with, stories they told me, or whatever. I'm ready to answer your question. If you have questions, of course. Paul O'Mahony.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I've heard it said many times, and I don't believe it, but I'd like to find out if you believe it, that words are only convey 10% of the meaning of your speech or of your message even.
Mm-hmm.
And this seems to me to be ridiculous, contrary to my life experience, where I listen to the speaker and I watch as well and all that. But I'm very interested in your opinion about quite how important do you consider the words with which you deliver the message, please?
Okay. Yeah. You know, Jasmine Smith mentioned when she was introducing me that I'm enrolled in a course which is Emerging CTO, Chief Technological Officer for Imperial College of London. So I pay a lot of money for that course, and we had in the first since December until last week we had together the same training, only soft skill together with CTO, which is CTO, my course, CFO, Chief Financial Officer, and CEO, Chief Executive Officer. And this guy, American guy, delivering a class about public speaking. And he came up with this. Albert Merhadian was from this country that United States is bombing. Oh, Iran. It was a Iranian American. He made this study that world was, if I'm not mistaken, 10% or 7% and things like that. And he came and he said, this study was in a particular circumstances. People misunderstood my study and start quoting it and whatsoever. Of course, what it's much, much more. It depends of circumstance. Let's say that we are talking on the phone. Words are important, much important than body language. I can't see you. Okay, words are very important. When I was competing at the time, I used to talk with several people. Actually, my mentor was the Sabi. Sabi is a current world champion, my friend, and his coach had been my coach when I reached the final. But and a lot of things that I heard from many people is you have synonyms, several words in a language that means the same thing, but not all the synonyms has the same texture, taste, smell. So you have to select those who maybe you wanted to rhyme, maybe you wanted to add this flavor that you don't know what, and made it to stick. There is a book, I have it. What is it? Oh, well, I don't know what it is now. Well, I don't know what it is. I have this book that made to stick. is why some sentences got forgotten and why other sentence in a speech sticks, and words. This is not body language. This is not vocal variety. Words. So words do matter. And it is not only 10%. It depends. Yeah, Surya.
Okay. Sometimes someone in the audience, there is someone that I'm afraid to see him direct in the eyes.
Yeah.
Uh,
It,
when in that condition, what must I do in
Mhm.
terms of eye contact? Because
okay.
I'm
I will be
afraid to
brief.
see him direct in the eyes.
Yeah. I will be brief because we are already in red. Actually, this is a technique. When you go on stage, you choose your people who make you feel comfortable and you make eye contact with them. But you have to spread them across the audience. And if there is one person in particular, generally in the professional set, this happen a lot, that you don't feel comfortable, that will damage, jeopardize your speech, don't look at them. Forget, make the audience, all the rest but them. Okay?
So it's okay to not see him alone
Yeah,
to keep
it's okay.
our performance.
Of course.
Okay.
Only that person will say, oh, he didn't make eye contact with me. All the rest will say, oh, the speech was great. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So back to you, First Toastmaster Jasmine Smith.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Izidro. That was truly an amazing presentation. I believe you have resurrected vocal variety and body language. Certainly I will not look at it the same way that I have been. I will always keep in mind the dimensions of the vocal variety, the pause, the pace, the pitch, the volume, and the tone. And of course, for the body language, the posture, the gestures, the facial expressions, movement, and eye contact. My only regret is that we do not have enough time to go more in the question and answer and more in the presentation. It's certainly an eye opener. And in this forum, I don't know what Eliza can do to get you to come back somewhere else to go more into this, because it is truly a wonderful presentation. Wow.
This is the
Okay.
book I was saying. I was that because I have several books about public speaking. This is what made to
Okay.
stick. Yeah,
I wonder,
it's a
Eliza,
wonderful
you can
book.
get that quickly so that we can have it in the chat so that we can try to get that book.
Actually, someone,
also.
Surya wrote in the chat.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. But
Is this
wonderful presentation. I am going to call Uniati at this time to share the certificate and but it is certainly a privilege. I can recall just quickly seeing you on stage during my sojourn in Africa during contest season when I had volunteered to share as a functionary in the contest. And I'm happy to see you here again, just continuing the journey of sharing positive
Thank you.
things on it. So over to you, Toastmaster Uniati.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Izidro Sausa.
Exactly. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I wish all my teacher in my secondary school, high school, they have vocal variety and body language. Unfortunately, they don't have. So I sleeping a lot at the class. Okay, anyway, thank you so much for today. The lesson is very valuable, and we certainly will try and apply it in our speech. So the presentation. Thank you so much. I will take some picture. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. I need to pin you. Is he already in pin? I only see my screen. I cannot see.
Maybe if you stop sharing, you will see everybody.
I want to take picture of you and the certificate.
Okay, come. I take the picture of all the organizer.
Okay.
Please let me know if you feel the pain. Ouch. Jasmine, where are you? Okay, smile everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we have group photo. Is it Eliza also able to assist us?
Yeah, I can.
Don't. So sorry.
Okay, smile
I
everyone.
try to, but...
Please on your camera, smile. Okay. Okay, next room.
Okay, thank you. To you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Uniati. We'll now have our closing by Toastmaster Tamami, and she will share what our next topic will be for next week and anything else that she has in mind. Over to you, Toastmaster Tamami. The virtual lecture is yours.
Thank you, Jasmine. And thank you again to Izidro. Thank you so much for your keynote speech today. We learned a lot. I learned a lot. And the message I was most impressed was relax and use the power you have. That was really for me because I always struggle with having the poster. I get too nervous. And I really felt how enthusiastic you are in sharing your knowledge and techniques to everyone in Toastmaster members. So I really appreciate your generosity and your energy and enthusiasm. I really hope to see you again and come back to World Travelers Toastmasters so we can learn more from you. From you, I should say.
Thank you.
I should use the pitch. Thank you so much.
Exactly.
I'm bad at these. I'll practice. And
you did well.
Yes, our next session, series 5 will be Upgrade Your Journey, Evaluation and Feedback in Action by Kin Ning DTM. That will be on May 9th, next Saturday. So come back, everyone. Thank you today for joining us, everyone.